Have you ever wondered why we use paper and metal as a medium of exchange? Why not feathers or shells or stones? Let's embark on a journey back in time to the origins of money. In the beginning, there was no money. People lived in small communities, hunting, gathering, and crafting what they needed to survive. But as these communities grew, so did their needs. They needed a way to trade goods and services efficiently, so the barter system was born. You could trade a basket of apples for a handcrafted spear or a day's work for a meal. But as you can imagine, this system had its limitations. Imagine you're a fisherman and you have a surplus of fish, but you need a new net. You find a net maker, but he doesn't need fish. He needs wood to make his nets. So now you have to find a woodcutter who needs fish. This is what economists call the double coincidence of wants. It's a fancy way of saying that for a barter trade to work, both parties need to want what the other is offering. This is where the concept of money comes in. Money serves as a common medium of exchange, making trade simpler and more efficient. But what can serve as money? Well, in different times and places, many things have been used, from shells and stones to salt and spices to livestock and grain. But among all these, gold and silver became the most universally accepted forms of money. They were durable, portable, divisible, and had intrinsic value. Salt was so valuable in ancient times that it was used to pay Roman soldiers. This is where we get the word salary from. As societies grew and became more sophisticated, so did their methods of trade. The use of precious metals led to the creation of coins, the first standardized form of money. This was a significant leap forward, as it allowed for greater precision in trade and made transactions even more efficient. So, the origins of money lie in our need to trade and exchange goods with each other. From barter to commodity money to coin, the evolution of money reflects the evolution of society itself. And the journey doesn't stop here. Stay tuned for our next scene, where we'll explore the transition from commodity to coin. How did we move from trading goods to using coins, you might wonder? It's a fascinating tale of human ingenuity and progress. From the dawn of civilization, the concept of trading goods, or barter, was the primary form of commerce. But as societies grew and trading routes expanded, the limitations of barter became increasingly apparent. It was clear that a more efficient system was needed. Enter commodity money. Commodity money was a type of currency whose value came from the commodity of which it was made. Common examples included gold, silver, copper, or even salt and spices. These commodities were universally valuable, easily divisible, and most importantly, portable. But even then, there were challenges. The value of these commodities could fluctuate, and their physical form was not always practical for large transactions. So how did coins come into the picture? Well, it was the brilliant minds of ancient civilizations like the Greeks and Romans that gave birth to coinage. The idea was simple yet transformative. Take a valuable commodity, like gold or silver, and press it into a standardized piece of metal with a specific weight and design. Suddenly, you had a form of money that was universally recognized, easy to carry and use, and had a value that was backed by the state. The earliest known coins were minted in Lydia, a kingdom in what is now Turkey, around the 7th century BCE. These coins were made from a naturally occurring alloy of gold and silver called electrum. They bore the image of a roaring lion, symbolizing power and strength. From there, the concept of coinage spread like wildfire. The Greeks embraced it, minting their own coins with intricate designs and symbols of civic pride. The Romans followed suit, using coinage as a powerful tool for propaganda, stamping the faces of their emperors onto coins that circulated throughout the empire. Coins brought with them a new era of trade, commerce, and civilization progress. They transformed societies, fueled the growth of cities, and laid the foundation for the financial systems we have today. Coins brought with them a new era of trade, commerce, and civilization progress. Coins were convenient, but they had their limitations. So, what was the next step in the evolution of money? Enter paper money, a game changer in the world of currency. The story of paper money begins in China during the Tang Dynasty around the 7th century. China was a vast empire, and transporting heavy coins across long distances was a logistical nightmare. To solve this dilemma, the Chinese government introduced paper bills, or as they called them, flying money. These were basically IOUs, promises to pay the bearer the amount stated on the paper, and just like that, they turned a piece of paper into a valuable asset. The introduction of paper money was a revolutionary moment. It was lighter, easier to carry, and could represent any value depending on the denomination printed on it. This was a huge advantage over coins, which were limited by their weight and material value. The idea of paper money slowly spread to the Western world. Marco Polo, the Venetian explorer, was fascinated when he discovered the use of paper money during his travels in China in the 13th century. He wrote about it extensively in his travelogue, sparking interest in Europe. It took a few more centuries before paper money was widely accepted in the West, but once it was, it changed the face of trade forever. The adoption of paper money had profound implications. It drove growth in economies, facilitated trade, and made transactions more efficient. It also introduced new concepts like inflation and monetary policy, which are key aspects of our modern economies. Despite these complexities, the convenience of paper money was undeniable. Today, despite the rise of digital transactions, paper money still plays a crucial role in our lives. It's a tangible representation of our hard work and achievements, a symbol of trust and value that we exchange with others in return for goods and services. Paper money, with its ease of transport and transfer, revolutionized the world of trade. But the journey of money didn't stop with paper. What does money look like in our modern world? Well, our modern monetary system is known as fiat money. Fiat is a Latin term that translates to "let it be done." In this context, it means that our money has value because the government decrees it so. Unlike commodity or representative money, which were backed by physical goods like gold or silver, fiat money is not. It's backed solely by the full faith and trust we place in the government that issues it. There was a time when the world's currencies were tied to the gold standard, a system where the value of a currency was directly linked to a specific amount of gold. This provided a measure of stability, but it also limited the flexibility of governments to respond to financial crises. The 20th century saw the world gradually move away from the gold standard. In its place came a system of floating exchange rates. This means the value of a currency is not pegged to a specific value of gold, but rather it fluctuates based on the foreign exchange market. These rates can change frequently, influenced by factors like economic indicators, political stability, and market speculation. Now let's talk about central banks. These institutions play a crucial role in our modern monetary system. Central banks, like the Federal Reserve in the United States or the European Central Bank, control the money supply. They do this by setting interest rates and through a process called open market operations, where they buy and sell government securities. Their decisions impact inflation, employment, and the overall health of an economy. In essence, the modern monetary system is a complex web of trust and balances. Our money, whether it's a paper note or a digital number in a bank account, has value because we believe it does. We trust that others will accept it as a form of payment and that it will hold its value over time. Today, our trust in the government and central banks gives value to the paper and digital numbers we call money. Where is the journey of money taking us next? Are we on the brink of another revolution? As we step into the digital age, we're witnessing the birth of a new form of money, cryptocurrency. Unlike traditional forms of currency, which are issued by central banks, cryptocurrency is digital or virtual money that uses cryptography for security. It's a whole new way of thinking about what money is and how it works. Cryptocurrency, as the name suggests, is all about secrecy. It's designed to be secure and anonymous, with transactions recorded in a digital ledger known as a blockchain. This technology allows for the quick and efficient transfer of money across borders, without the need for a middleman like a bank or a government. There's no physical coin or note to hold in your hand, and no central authority controlling its value. Instead, the value of a cryptocurrency is determined by supply and demand on the open market. This can lead to wild fluctuations in price, and has led to both huge fortunes and crushing losses for investors. The most well-known cryptocurrency is Bitcoin, which was created in 2009 by an anonymous person or group of people using the pseudonym Satoshi Nakamoto. Since then, thousands of different cryptocurrencies have been created, each with their own unique features and uses. Cryptocurrencies are not just a new form of money. They also represent a new way of organizing and conducting economic activity. They promise a future where individuals have more control over their own wealth and transactions are more transparent and efficient. However, like all revolutions, the rise of cryptocurrency brings with it challenges and controversies. Critics point to its use in illegal activities, its environmental impact, and its potential to disrupt traditional financial systems. Despite these concerns, there's no denying the profound impact that cryptocurrencies are having on our understanding of what money is and how it works. Whether it's shells, coins, paper, or digital bits, money continues to evolve. Who knows what shape it will take next?